All right, folks, so today we're going to do some back and biceps, and we're going to start out with one-sided deadlifts. All right, let's do it. All right, so today we're starting this workout with deadlifts. So for a lot of people, if they were just focused on building muscle, they might not do deadlifts at all. It's not because it's not a good muscle building exercise. It's just that if you start with this, or even if you just throw it in the program, what it does is it fatigues you a lot. So you won't be able to do more volume, which is a better builder for muscle, basically. Instead of intensity, where deadlifts shine, because you can lift a lot of weight with deadlifts compared to, a one-armed row or something like that. But for me, I really enjoy doing them, and I like to keep the strength aspect in there at least a little bit, so I keep deadlifts in the program. So here I'm clearly speeding this up, but I'm just showing you a little bit of my warm-up. So what I do is I usually go in about 100-pound increments up until about 300 pounds, which is where I'm at right there. And that's also where I put on some grip, some straps for my grip, because once my grip starts to go, then my muscles disengage in my back, and I feel like, an injury is waiting to happen. Whereas if I have a good handle on it, I can keep everything tight. All right, this is my last warm-up set. I think it's about 370 here. Let's take a little break. All right, so this is my top set, or so I thought. You'll watch as I go to do this. Here I am getting ready. I'm all psyched up, music's blaring. All right, so here we go. So what happened was I didn't actually change the weights at all. So I took a little walk around the house, waiting for my next set. And I go to lift it. Oh, damn. So there it is. Gotta change the weights, dummy. No big deal though, so here I am after having changed the weights. So now I'm at 410 plus the bar. A lot of times I just focus on the weight and I don't add the bar weight, but the bar is probably about 20 pounds. So this is actually a PR for me, which is kind of cool. So I'm doing 8 reps with this one. I'm just doing it for one set. So here I'm focusing on dragging it up my legs, keep my upper back and lower back tight, but mostly the upper back I focus on. And then I'll usually take a good breath on the top and then hold it all the way down and all the way up again. Take a breath and do it again. And you're pushing your feet into the floor the whole time. Kind of can't help it though. And you'll also notice that I don't wear any shoes. The closer you can get to the ground with less padding and stuff, the better, because the more grounded you're going to be. So you'll see a lot of great deadlifters wear socks. If I was at a gym, I'd be wearing socks if they let me there, depending on the gym. All right, here I'm on chin-ups. I was noticing something today. It's like my chin-ups, I'm doing about 45 pounds with weights strapped around me, whereas pull-ups, I'm actually using band-assisted pull-ups to hit about the same amount of reps, which is kind of funny. There's such a discrepancy between the two moves. So chin-ups I'm a lot stronger in, clearly. I like the move better too, but there's something about probably my form in the pull-ups is a little off. And also the doorway, not being able to go wide enough is kind of a hindrance when it comes to pull-ups, I feel. All right, here's the one-arm row again. I love this move because you get massive stretch on the bottom, which just feels good in a sadistic way. And you feel like something's working for sure. So I've upped the weight from the last cycle, so I'm about 110 here. All right, next up is bicep curls. So you probably want to leave your isolation exercises until the end. The reason for that is your compound movements like a deadlift or rows and chin-ups and things like that, they take a lot more out of you. So you want to make sure you have the energy to do those first. The only exception to that is if you wanted to, say, build your biceps more than anything else and focus on them, you might throw them at the beginning so you can give them your absolute most energy. Otherwise, you probably will leave it to the end of the workout. And here's the rear dead flies. Muscle that you don't see, but you really should focus on just so you can protect your shoulders and you don't overdevelop your front delts. So you want to get those back delts so it balances things out. You have good posture, basically. And it's also will prevent injuries in the long run as well. So this I jumped up to 30 pounds on each hand, which I was actually going to do 25, but one of my weights is broken, so I just jumped the weight there. But it ended up working out decently, so I'm kind of glad about that. Just pushed myself a little bit more than I thought I would. All right, that's it. So back in biceps workout complete. First day and week of the block. So we're gonna up the volume every week. We're gonna try to up the weights sometimes when it makes sense. And otherwise we just keep going until the deload, which is probably about 5 weeks out. All right, see ya.